I think sometimes as women, we think men don't pick up on these things, but they do. They can feel when you're doing something because you really like want to help him and help the family and we're building a future together. It's not a problem. Like, I'm there for you. I want to support you. And when it's you better get a job real quick because I'm about to like, and that's kind of what it's giving with all these. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's Nikisha Bond, and we're continuing to be nosy, going through the Am I the A-hole Reddit threads, and we're trying to give these people some good sound advice and not let our petty instincts take over. So if you're new here, welcome. So good to meet you. I'm glad you decided to join us. And if you're coming back, welcome back. Did you take care of that thing? Okay, good. I'm glad. So let's go ahead and get into this. Am I the a-hole for not giving my fiance money for his bills? I don't know. Let's see. For context, I, 28-year-old female, and my fiance, 34-year-old male, have been together for 3 years now and recently have been down on luck. About 2 months ago, I lost my job and I got a new one 2 weeks later. And now the same thing is happening for him. He's been searching and I've been helping him with his search, but he's just not getting the jobs in the field that he wants to be in. Now, the reason for this post. I make enough money at my new job to pay my bills and some of his bills, but definitely not all. About 2 weeks ago, I had asked him if he needed me to get cash or just send the bill money to his card. His response was, I don't want or need you to pay the bills for me. I'll figure it out. Thank you, but no thank you, love. I said, okay, and moved past it and almost forgot about it, honestly. Now, I'm coming out of the office of our room and I hear him on the phone with my soon-to-be father-in-law saying he can't rely on me and that, yes, she asked if I needed money and how I wanted her to give it to me, but when I said I didn't want it, she didn't push it further or give it to me anyway. It's the principle of the matter, Pop. She knows my situation and she isn't helping me. Now, I have no clue what his father said to him, but now I can't help but think, he really believes that I'm in the wrong here for not giving him the money when he told me he didn't want it. So am I the a-hole here? So my first instinct is, no, you're not the a-hole, but let's kind of unpack this. Okay, so you and him both know that you need the money. You offer to give him some money, he says no. And then later he's kind of resentful because you didn't just like say, well, I know you don't have the money, so let me go ahead and pay, which he probably would have resented you for that anyway. So I'm not sure if you really had a winning one, because I would think like this. If you guys are planning on getting married, right? You're planning on sharing your expenses, which means that it's not just his bill, it's your bill too, right? You guys are one. So I would imagine that if the bills needed to be paid and you had enough money to pay them all, then just go ahead and pay them all for the good of the family, right? Now, are these the bills that he's paying that maybe have nothing to do with you, so you feel like you're not obligated to pay those? I mean, I can kind of see on your point, you asked him if he wanted it and he said no. But you didn't say like, okay, so how are you going to take care of things? Is there anything that I can do to kind of help you? I think that's what he was looking for, is maybe some more comfort and some more appreciation. But then at the same time, you guys should be able to talk about that. So I feel like there's something, you guys know, here I go with my red flag. I'm waving the red flag, guys. I'm saying red flag on the play, red flag on the play, because it should be something simple. It should be something simple that if he needs money, he should be able to get money from you because you guys are supposed to be one. But you're not one yet because you're still like a fiance. But then isn't a fiance like a trial for a wife? So like you should just kind of step up, but then you did step up and he didn't take it. I don't like passive aggressive people. So like if he needed the money and he wanted the money, then he should have taken the money and then have an open conversation. I think here's where the red flag is. Here's where the red flag is. You should be able to talk about this. He shouldn't have walked away from that conversation not taking money that he needed. And then like, if he was upset about that, that's something he should have told you. So in that sense, he has a responsibility to be like, hey, I know I said I didn't need the money, but I really kind of do need the money, but I feel uncomfortable talking to you about needing the money. And then you can kind of reassure him like, hey, babe, our money, your money is my money is your money. Like, this is our money. We're in this together. Hey, it's not a problem. And then like set the rules on how you guys feel comfortable about that. I know people get really funny about money. And see, back in the day, you used to just share an account and it wasn't that big of a deal. But now, you can't really give that advice because a lot of people have been burned by that advice. So a lot of people, they do like their separate accounts and then they have a joint account to pay joint bills. I don't know. But either way, you guys have to talk about the money. That's a huge reason why people end up getting divorced, because they can't have these open conversations about the money. And that's where I feel like the red flag on the play is that you guys need to be able to have these open conversations about money. And if you can't, that's a really big deal. So I don't think that you're the a-hole just based on the information that you gave us. But I do feel like you're leaving some things out. I feel like something about that interaction and you offering the money must not have sat well with him. Maybe it was the way you said it. Maybe it was very condescending. Maybe it didn't come from a place of support and help. Maybe it come from like, oh, now I got to take care of you. And I got this man who's just like, were you giving that type of energy, sis? Think about it. Think about it. Because sometimes it's not always what you say. It's like the way you say it. It's the energy that you bring behind it, where you're like trying to make him feel less than, or like, oh, I was able to get a job in 2 weeks and you're still searching. It's giving. That's the energy that it can be giving. So I could see where he's like, I don't know if she really wants to help me. I think she feels very resentful about me, because I think sometimes as women, we think men don't pick up on these things, but they do. They can feel emotions. They can feel vibrations. They can feel when you're doing something because you really like want to help him and help the family and we're building a future together. It's not a problem. Like, I'm there for you. I want to support you. And when it's you better get a job real quick because I'm about to and that's kind of what it's giving with all these gaps that are being left out and these kind of leaps of conclusion. Well, I offered him the money and now he's telling his dad, like, she doesn't want to help me. That's a huge gap. So I feel like there was something that was said that you're not bringing up, but maybe I'm wrong, right? I could be reading into this. I could be wrong. So I'm willing to admit that I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, go ahead and let me know in the comments. It's great. We'll go from there. And in the meantime, make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe or become a skip scribbly, as my daughter says. And make sure that you share this with a friend because, hey, marriage is a business, okay? Marriage is a business. And you need to be able to talk about how the finances are going to be working in this business. Otherwise, don't get into business with this person. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.